What's going on, everybody? It's Noah, and in today's episode of the Rise Method, I want to provide you with one simple technique that you can implement to help effectively release any limiting beliefs so you can start naturally magnetizing your dream life. Now, before I give you this technique, I want to explain briefly how the mind works and how this manifestation process really works. Think about your body for a second. Your body knows how to innately heal itself and to restore itself from wounds and from infections. It knows how to repair itself when you simply allow that innate healing response to set in. So when you remove the blockages that are preventing that healing from setting in, that is when it naturally comes about. And the same is true of attracting more money, attracting a dream partner into your life. Okay, it comes about when you release the internal blockages preventing that natural feeling of being the attractive version of yourself now, of being the healthier version of yourself now, of being the prosperous version of yourself now. It's when you can remove those blockages that then allow that reality to magnetize to you and for you to become and to act as that person now. So when you start to see reality from this perspective, you then begin to understand that the thing that's standing in your way is beliefs that you're simply holding on to. It's things preventing that natural expression of health and wealth and prosperity from coming into your life, that love coming into your life. You need only remove that. You need only release that. And this technique that I'm going to provide you with today will help you to do just that. This is the same technique that I use with clients. I advocate in the Rise Method. It's a pinnacle component of the Rise Method because this is the first step that is necessary to then stepping into the ideal version of yourself now, to allowing that ideal version of yourself to express. It's analogous to the death of the hero's journey that precedes the rebirth. Okay, so you're confronting the dragon, let's say. You're confronting these limiting beliefs, and to slay that dragon, it is a matter of releasing. It is a matter of actually surrendering, paradoxically enough. And when I say surrender, I'm referring about the surrender of the old self, okay, the old beliefs, the old patterns, the old ways of thinking about reality, thinking about who you are, what you're capable of achieving, surrendering those old ways of being to the new way of being. Because again, this all comes back to the simple fact that we are all derived and created by the same infinite intelligence that created the whole universe and that created everything that you see in your life currently that you desire for yourself. And the reason that you desire that for yourself, it is because it is yours to have, to allow yourself to have that now. It is calling to you for that reason, and you need only allow yourself to be that person now to manifest it into your life. When you can effectively learn this art of non-attachment to these limiting beliefs, to any and all beliefs, you make space for that natural healing instinct to come in. But it first begins with that ability to detach from the narratives, the thoughts, the circumstances that convince that you're someone other than who you profess yourself to be, than your ideal state of being. Now, I will say that when you first begin to implement this practice, there will be feelings of immense resistance because you're so used to harboring these beliefs. They're known, they're familiar, and that familiarity to the known, to what's comfortable, even though it's not what you really want anymore, that familiarity, okay, is based off of your evolutionary programming. Okay, it wants to live in the known. It wants to live with what's comfortable because it's kept you alive up to this point. But what you must realize here is that in obtaining the knowledge here, in watching these videos, if you've been following me, in obtaining this form of knowledge and awareness, you know that you have the power to transform from the inside out, that you have the ability to evolve past your primal programming, okay, to evolve into a higher state of being. And the way you do that is by first acknowledging that primal programming, acknowledging those evolutionary patterns of safety, of familiarity, of comfort. That is the first step to then effectively releasing them, and that is embedded in this technique that I will be presenting for you. Now, this technique is actually an ancient Vedic practice, okay, a meditation technique that you can implement for 5 to 10 minutes each day. You can do this when you wake up, you can do it in the middle of your day, you can do it at the end of the day. And right, the goal over time is that we have this general awareness within us, whether or not we're consciously thinking about it, of this very meditation, right? We're living our life as a meditation to realize when certain points of reactivity. We're feeling tense in the body. We're feeling these moments of anger or sadness or doubt or insecurity or fear. It's in those moments we can naturally, instinctively notice those and release them by practicing this and performing that repetition again and again of this very meditation technique. And the technique is called Neti Neti. Neti Neti is a Sanskrit word that translates to not this, not that. In essence, it's a form of knowledge by negation. So you are becoming more aware of who you truly are by acknowledging what you are not. And this is why it is in the first step of the RISE method, the realization phase. Okay, it is the first step to successful, effective transformation. You are using what you don't want. You are using experience that are causing this dis-ease in the body, dis-ease in the mind, and cause this tension, this reactivity, this anger, all of those traits. You use those and become aware of those to realize who you truly are, because who you truly are is that who you desire to be. It is that love, that peace, that joy, okay, that springs from the infinite intelligence that resides within each and every one of us, from the Creator, from God, and God is love itself. So what you are going to do for your meditation is just find a place where you can sit comfortably and quietly for 5 to 10 minutes. And in that space, you're going to first tune into your breath, because breath is always the best way to anchor yourself into the present moment, to notice your breathing, to deepen your breathing. And in that space, begin to notice moments in your life or points in the day. If it's at the end of the day, notice points of the day where you felt particularly tense or reactive. You felt maybe angry at someone. Maybe you felt there was so much confusion and it was causing overwhelm or anxiety. Notice those points and simply acknowledge those feelings, accept those feelings, and then in your mind, detach from them. Just imagine that you are gripping and holding on to this anxiety. You're holding on to this anger. And all you need do is release that attachment from that feeling, from that state. Because again, your natural state, who you truly are, is that which you desire to be. It's that love you're seeking. It's that joy you're seeking. It's that health and vitality you're seeking. And so when you can release it by being still of mind and sitting quietly and allowing yourself to sit with those uncomfortable feelings, that is the space in which you will then let them go. But you have to listen to them first. You have to acknowledge them first. And again, this only takes 5 to 10 minutes, really. And over time, as you continue this process, right, just making this a practice, 1 time a day, twice a day, just continuing to do that, it'll become more natural and instinctive for you to notice those points in your waking world when you are going about your everyday life, going about your business, going about taking action on your dreams, that you'll naturally come up against resistance. You'll notice the resistance, you'll accept the resistance, and in the acceptance, detach from it. Because you are actually detaching from a belief, from a narrative that you didn't previously notice, didn't identify. You are releasing from that narrative to then make space for the natural health, wealth, prosperity to come through, to act through you, to give you insights, to give you inspirations, inclinations, all of those things. So thank you so much for tuning in today. Be sure to like and subscribe. You can check out the additional resources below. Leave any comments or questions as well. Let me know how this works for you. Let me know your experience with Neti Neti. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And let's rise.